Well, hello! Welcome to the Wild Gut Project. My name is Caroline and I am literally just about to start the low-FODMAP diet. So, low-FODMAP, you've probably found it as one of your search terms, but essentially it's the only scientifically backed way to manage the symptoms of IBS or irritable bowel syndrome, which is a fantastic thing to have. I really recommend it. I am also vegan. I've been vegetarian for about 10 years and about 5-6 months ago I went kind of full vegan and I felt really bad, really bad, which is the opposite of the way the internet makes it seem, because yeah, having looked into the low FODMAP diet now, I realised that I was just eating a ton of FODMAPs, just like so much hummus, loads of garlic, loads of onions, lots of avocados. Oh, so much delicious things. But there isn't a huge amount of information out there for people who want to manage the IBS and also be good to the environment and animals. So I wanted to start this channel as a way to just put more information out there, like kind of build up some kind of, I don't know, support. I'm sure we have lots of ideas and recipes we can all share. It'll also be good motivation for me because, I don't know, it feels like more of a commitment if I'm sharing it with you because it looks really tricky. I've kind of been researching it for about 2 weeks before, like, now I'm going to start proper. And it's kind of been a bit of a wave of a journey, because sometimes I'm just like, yeah, this is it. I'm going to feel amazing. It's going to, like, make me feel really slim. My skin will clear up because that's related to IBS too. Yay. And then, like, just feeling really shit and literally crying, just reading a book about low FODMAP diets and crying because you can't eat anything good. Like I said, garlic, hummus, avocado. Can you get anything more delicious and like just so vegan? So vegan. It's like wherever you go, there was always bread and hummus. Can't have those. So I'm going to be sharing kind of, I guess, the ups and probably downs, lots of recipes and practical tips that I discovered that, you know, make it just doable. Obviously it's not forever, so keep that in mind. So another thing I really wanted to focus in on was how to cultivate a healthy microbiome, which is all the bacteria and like the good bacteria and viruses and all that kind of jazz that you actually need living in you that supports your body. One of the reasons you might actually have IBS is because that community has been thrown off whack. There's lots of really great research coming through now, and it's kind of my background studying biomedical science was looking at that, so I really want to try and incorporate some of those practices into my diet and lifestyle to really heal completely. Obviously the low FODMAP diet is more of a management, it's not a cure. It can in the long run lead to a much more normal diet. But I just want to do things that help get that community back to where it was. So my first task after all this research is to go food shopping. So depending how embarrassed I feel, I might try and film a little bit in the supermarket. Probably not going to, but I'll come back and I'll share with you the things I have bought for my first week as a vegan low FODMAPper. That was heavy. Right, so I've laid everything out on the table. I spent a small fortune. Gluten-free bread is really expensive. I'll just talk you through what I've got and why I've gone for it. So in general, I'm a bit anxious about having enough vegetables and variety and fruit because so much of it isn't low FODMAP. I've got some nori, which is low. I think kale and lettuce, I think they only have traces, if none at all. So I can eat loads of those. Spinach. And then I've got some basil and chives because you're actually allowed these. And I think it might give that nice onion taste that I crave. Oranges. Again, they're only traces of FODMAPs, so don't have to worry about those. Bananas, strawberries, another traces only. Got some bean sprouts. Peppers, both of these are traces only. Miso paste, which is fantastic for vegans and tasty. Olives, also allowed those. And then this, I am very pleased we're allowed to have this. I needed some oil anyway, but I think it'd be quite easy to make yourself. Got some dark chocolate from Peru. Not much more to say about that. Obviously have some chocolate. Carrots, courgettes, aubergine, cucumber. For milks, I've got almond milk and I've got rice and quinoa. So normally I have oat milk, which is really, really delicious. But you're not allowed it on a low FODMAP diet, so I've got two to try. Hopefully it's okay with coffee. But I bought loads of carb options, because another thing I'm kind of worried about is having enough calories in general. A lot of recipes I've found must be like, I don't know, 250 calories or something, which is just not a dinner. So potatoes, got some gluten-free brown rice noodles, spaghetti that's gluten-free, some brown sushi rice. I can have that with the nori, good times. And there's some rice noodles there. This was actually really, really difficult finding some gluten-free vegan bread, because all of the other gluten-free breads had egg in. Or they were like £6, which is ridiculous. So this was £2.50, which still feels like a lot. But I just want to try it. Yeah. So that's everything I've bought. Anything else? So I hope that's given you some ideas. I don't know if you could tell, but I was trying to buy lots of things which only have traces of FODMAPs in them, because then I don't have to worry about so much the portion size, because I don't know, I'm not really into weighing and measuring all my food, which I know I'll have to do, but if I can avoid it a little bit, that would be nice. Okay, so that was the first video of this series. So if you have any tips for me, literally, I am so desperate, please comment down below. And if you have any experience of this, or if you're about to start the low FODMAP diet and you're vegan or vegetarian, yeah, comment down below, let's just support each other and just eat some really good food and feel good. Alright, bye.